Mr. Lakhani can truly be called Nagpur's first celebrity businessman slash industrialist. I'm not saying that for effect, sir. It's really that's the image you have. But reading about you, I've come to know that you did your graduation in Amravati and then moved to LIT for your MS. So how has the journey been from Amravati to the stature you have now?
I had a great college time in Amravati, great friends, hostel.
Were you born and brought up in Amravati?
No, I'm born and brought up in Nagpur.
Oh, near Akola.
Yeah, beyond Akola, it's in Buldana district. So my schooling is done, I have done from Nagpur in the municipal school, and I was in Marathi medium till 9th grade. And post that I joined BMV after my 11th. There I did my BSc, and after that I came to LIT and then did my BSc Tech and MTech from LIT, the engineering part of it. So I think all along it was a great journey. I had very good friends, and I learned a lot from them. From the Marathi medium to Amravati's hello to the totally multicultural LIT batch, where we had students from all the states of India, and the common language by default was English. So it was fun to be there, learn, and have great friends.
Any plans, sir, since you had this alumni meet, to reinvent or re-establish LIT to its former glory?
That was the whole purpose. That was the purpose of this alumni meet. And we requested both the Chief Minister, who was there in the afternoon session, and Mr. Gadkari, who was there in the evening session, that we want autonomy for LIT. Because without autonomy, till the time it remains under the university, it can never really bring back the stature. You see, there is a staff requirement of say 62 people, there are only 18 people. So you cannot run a premier institute like this. And we as alumni, we said we will support in whichever way it is required, provided the whatever we as funds, as time, what we give goes to LIT. Today if you donate anything to LIT, it goes to the university account straight. So we don't want that. So, and both of them, the Chief Minister and the Nitinji, both assured us that they will do everything to support autonomy. Now the ball is in our court. And once you get autonomy, we are sure you have that same potential.
Yeah. So, Vandana, where are you from?
I'm basically actually from a lot of cities. Like my father was in a transferable kind of a situation, so I was in Hyderabad. And then finally I shifted to Ajmer and did my graduation from Sofia, Ajmer, and then my post-graduation I did from MSU Baroda.
I am seeing that you have been a very active player in CRS, Corporate Social Responsibility, even before the term came in vogue. So any particular reason for that?
That is personal liking. That is my social side. That's my personal life. Say, like you said, Narkesari Prakashan. So I was chairman of Narkesari Prakashan. I was president there for some period, 1 or 2 years, and associated with them. But it was more of a out of social, social cause. Similarly, there are a lot of very good work that is being done by people, in different fields like education, particularly the deprived class, where the education, like I will give you an example. In Calcutta, there is a Takiapara is the area where it is all complete slums. I went there in the monsoons, and the road are like the nalas, so you have to go through that. There is one guy called, Momin Akhtar. There used to be a gully which was like totally Nasha gully. He started there with 5 kids. Today, 2,500 kids. Proper school is there. Only one man's resolve. And then it started, and then people kept on, meeting him and supporting him because of the genuinity of the person. So such people, if you come across, naturally you try to support them because they are giving time, which is extremely valuable. So at least if you cannot give time, you can support these guys who are doing it. So I went to all the places wherever I support. Like there is a Vinayak Lohani in Calcutta. He's a IIT guy. Same story. Both of them are doing extremely good work.
So, Mr. Lakhani, along with OCW, you are into a lot of other businesses also. I think software company, ADCC, infrastructure.
We work in road sector where we have the PPP BOT projects on roads, and we work in water and the sewage treatment and reuse sector. Like the two projects we are doing in Nagpur. One is this 24/7 water supply, which is Orange City Water, and another is Nagpur West Treatment Company. Where we are investing into a 200 million liter per day of sewage treatment plant, and that water will be sold to the NTPC and the Mahajan. So this 200 mld of additional water will be made available to the city, and from the revenue of this 200 mld water, the plant cost and the operational cost for 30 years will be taken care of.
Okay. Any plans of either of you becoming active politicians in the future?
We are happy the way we are. Social side is anyway what we like.
But Nagpur needs more people like you entering active politics, I think.
Why politics? If you want to do something good for people, you can do as much with the social involvement with good institutions and different people. So I don't think politics is the only way to do service to people.
So no plans?
Definitely no. Absolutely no. As you said, we are happy the way we are.
We like social side, and so we are involved into different forums and different organizations. But yeah, we are happy with it.
So one personal question: when OCW began in Nagpur, there was a lot of criticism. There was severe denouncement even of it, that you're privatizing water, which is a natural resource. So how did you face that, and how did you come out of it?
You see, there were very, very legitimate doubts in everybody's mind, and I fully subscribe and agree with those doubts. You see, and once we realized that, we started, going out and communicating to them the realities. You see, what you are saying was the question asked to me by very close people across the political spectrum. That, what are you doing, Arun? He said, water, that too in private hands, that too with a multinational.
French.
So
are you selling Indian rivers to France?
Yes. So, and there were also questions. Okay, you are a private guy, so tomorrow if there is a water shortage, you will only sell water to the moneyed people. Very legitimate doubt anybody should have in his mind when he thinks your private guy is holding the tap. So, but when we explain to them the contract, the realities, when we say that 520 million liter per day is the water count in Nagpur, and 160 million liter is only accounted for. So almost 360 to 400 million liter per day of water, where it is going, no one knows. That is costing municipality 36 to 40 lakh rupees per day. And forget money, water as a resource. So should we allow this to happen as it is, or should we act on it? Should we reduce this non-revenue water to 25 to 15% levels, which is internationally accepted thing, to 60 and 70%, what we are today? So when these facts were put in front of people, then they said, no, you are right, you must do something about it. Then we explained to them the contract, that we are the agent of the municipality. We cannot decide any tariff. Tariff is decided by the elected body. We get paid a fee for every cubic meter of water delivered, billed and collected for. So when I collect your bill, then only I get paid. Otherwise I don't. And although I am investing there, 200, 300 crore rupees as part of the PPP program, so my skin is in the game. I cannot, go away for these 20-25 years. So it's a very well structured and balanced contract. And I'm telling you that only these type of fair and balanced contract will last the whole life. If you have any other contract which is lopsided either on government side or on the private side, it will fail. It may look very good and lucrative in the beginning, it will fail.
So do you see Nagpur fulfilling its potential within Maharashtra, or do you think it needs to be capital of a separate Vidarbha to grow?
I think, irrespective of whether we have a separate Vidarbha or we are in Maharashtra, Nagpur is going to fulfill its potential, and that is because of the leadership here. I must say this because we go and we work in the urban infrastructure space. So we meet a lot of cities and cities leadership and the type of understanding that people have there, like across the country. So some of them are good, like you see the new Telangana state. Nagpur I will rate as one of the top 5 towns where the leadership understands what they want to give to their citizens and have the ability and power to do so. So I think we did not wait for something to happen for us to get better. We will get better. We are getting better. And Vidarbha or no Vidarbha, this city is already on the fast track. So that's happening.
Vandana, have you inspired him to start projects or be more conscious of women empowerment and saving the girl child and those kind of needs that we have?
See, I'll say one thing here, ki I was really lucky. I am lucky to be, married to him, to get into a family where all these concepts were practiced right from the beginning. Because when I was expecting my first child, my mother-in-law was like, she said she wanted a daughter. You see, and this is just not just politically, I want to say the good things. It's actually a fact. I got married, I was obviously more educated, etc. and, more exposed to the outside world. So my father-in-law at that time said, Ki, once you go to Nagpur, I want you to start going to the office right from the beginning. There are a lot of people who can come and do the cooking, etc. and keeping house, but you should be involved in the business right from the beginning.
So you are?
Absolutely. And I'm a totally empowered woman.
It's really been a pleasure talking with both of you and hoping to have many more such conversations.
Thank you so much.
Okay.